Hello everyone and happy freaking new year. I cannot believe it's 2022. Last year completely flew by.
I hope you all had a great start of 2022 so far, and it's time for a new video.
And in this video, we are going to talk about the things that scared us the most about coming out. I find that when you hear it also from someone else, these kind of fears, it's a good way to kind of connect and relate and not feel so alone in these situations.
Yeah, I think for me, one of the big things in the initial phases when I was coming out, even just to myself, was labels. Again, I know a lot of people find comfort in label, but I also know that a lot of people struggle with labels because of all the connotations and because of maybe not 100% identifying with how that label is defined. The process may be a little bit alienating and might make it more difficult for some people. For me, for example, I made a point out of not coming out with a label. So I didn't say to anyone, hey, mom and dad, I'm a lesbian. I said, I have a girlfriend. So I wanted to wait until that moment actually to come out so that I could just say, basically, I also date girls, you know?
Yeah. Or, I know I'm not straight.
Exactly. And that's easier in English because I told my friends in German, like, ich bin nicht, I am not straight. And they're like, what the hell is straight? Yeah, in general, that was a little bit tricky for me.
So a thing that I thought about when I was fully like kind of coming out, I never had like a big like I'm gay moment on like Facebook or something like that. I just started posting more pictures with I think you actually, and then people are kind of like, oh, okay. And then it's like, surprise, we're engaged. if you didn't know already. And I know it doesn't even matter. People that I went to high school with, that I was friends with at the time, them thinking that during that friendship that I was into them. I don't want them to be like, oh my God, she probably like had a crush on me or something.
That's why she was always looking at me in math class. God.
You wish.
Most of my really close friends are straight. And coming out to them as a teenager, I was also like nervous, like what if they now see me differently and think that I'm like into them or are gonna act like differently. I think that was actually the thing that I was the most scared of. It just like changing close relationships like that.
Yeah.
So.
Because yeah, it feels like you're taking this risk of like losing a friend, but it's like really the friends who really matter and who are there for you are the ones that aren't gonna leave. So,
and then the third thing and last thing that I want to discuss that I was really scared of is the big thing that I'm still scared of.
oh God, what are you
Drum roll.
What is it?
Basically, how being queer will affect you once you want to have a family and once you are a parent. I always knew that I wanted to have kids at some point. And then I was always like, that's in the future. And I was like, I'm also kind of like attracted to guys every now and then. It could happen that by then I'm just with a man and I don't need to think about that. And like now I'm here and I'm engaged and I'm not getting rid of this one. So I gotta start making some plans with a woman having all of this happen. And it's just like, not only is it way more just complicated and expensive, but also like all the questions that you get. Right now, we're in a queer relationship, but we can just play the straight card anytime we want. You know, we don't have to be obviously out to anyone we meet. Like when we check in a hotel or something, sometimes they think like, are they a couple? Are they friends? You know?
They usually just assume we're friends.
When we roll up in like a stroller, with a stroller, like that's different. And I feel like people will, first of all, not even assume that we're the parents, probably, but just like, I don't know, we're sisters or something like that. And or just friends. And then like the question, so who's the male figure? Who's the dad? Like I am afraid of that still. And was back then, but I was like, that is later Lilian's problem, so now it's my problem.
Now it's my problem. I'm not very close with my family, but not even for like reasons of like being in the LGBTQ plus community, like nothing to do with that. But because I'm not so connected with like my core family, the coming out process for me was much easier.
Because you were like, you didn't really care too much about it?
Yeah, I was just like, you know what? Can't get any worse than this.
I'm just the attitude, people.
I'm just kidding. And how was it for your family? Like, were you scared?
I was mostly scared of the awkwardness, to be honest. Most of the people around me are like pretty open-minded and stuff, so I knew no one was gonna have a huge issue with it. And I said, by the way,
I have a girlfriend.
I have a girlfriend. Then they said, as in your lover? And I was like, now you just made it awkward.
You're like, I was avoiding this, but here we go.
Because again, in German, the word friend and girlfriend is the same, Freundin. So I guess they were like, we need to clarify. I'm like, why would I tell you I have a female friend? Ooh, wrap your mind around that.
Oh, you're funny. You always
When I'm
make me
not
laugh.
trying to be. But okay, I think that should be it for our fears.
Yeah. And I feel kind of like our problems are like nothing compared to some people, like, and what they're going through.
100%, very privileged.
So yeah, I just want to take a moment to understand and acknowledge that, because like I get it.
We would love to hear your thoughts on this. What is or was the most difficult thing for you? What were you most nervous about?
Let's just share them in the comments. I'm sure you will be able to connect with other people who are going through a similar thing. And yeah, let's just stick together, you know? I think that's what what keeps us together and what builds community, especially in the LGBTQ plus community. So we need to stick together.
The next one is going to be about coming out, what helped us the most. So with a more positive spin, yeah, what were the things that really gave us the confidence to come out, that made us feel better about coming to terms with our own sexuality? More about that in the next one. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. If you are already subscribed, again, just a small amount of you have notifications enabled. So pop those on, because we know a lot of you always miss our new videos, and it's like on Instagram, when are you gonna post a new video? And it's like, we just posted one yesterday. YouTube is just not showing it to you.
Damn YouTube. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, kisses.
And we shall see you in the next one.
Yes.
Tschüss.
Tschüss.